Well, welcome back everybody to a brand new episode of Pikmin. Previously, we beat the entirety of the game, showed the remaining two endings of this game, which are pretty fucking harsh. And we have made Olimar go back to his family. Today, one of the things is in the options, I forgot there was a sound effects queue. I keep forgetting that is there. You can change the sound effects to actually not be very loud in your ears. But today, we're going to be going to a challenge mode. This challenge mode is a bonus thing we can do. It's a single day challenge. How many Pikmin can you grow in a day? They give us 5 things we can do, and I'm only going to do 2. The impact site, and just for fun, I'm going to the distance spring. But the whole point of this is that you pick a Pikmin, or you pick a stage, they put you into the impact site with some challenges. You have 3 of each Pikmin, and you have to see how much you can grow or how much Pikmin you can make in a day. The whole point of this is just to see if you have a good enough grasp of Pikmin to deal with a challenge of this kind. And it's nothing major, nothing minor. It's just a pretty fun challenge to do. Seeing how much Pikmin you can grow and deal with, because after a while it gets actually pretty hard in other areas. Yeah, it's always fun to do this. You can just take blues away. Is he taking it back to base? I think it is. Just let him go. Alright, so yeah. It's just a fun little challenge of just seeing how much Pikmin you can grow within the time limit. And the bread bug's here to be just a more of a nuisance because he starts taking away your pellets. Defeat the bread bug and you get to keep all the pellets he takes away from you. Also, there's nectar around here so that you can actually deal with some of the stuff that he throws at you. And other than that, this is just a fun little challenge of seeing how much you can do. I know previously when I did this, not in recording, just I did this for fun, I got 170 Pikmin from it, and I want to see how much I can do as well. There are honestly more enemies in tougher areas, and you get to see what I mean. This goes into the same time limit as what do you call it? This just becomes more of a challenge of how much you can do. And if you give the correct pellet to each Pikmin, you get more Pikmin for your buck. But you could just say, fuck it, I only want reds, and you can just give all of it to the reds and just have a small amount of blues and yellows. Also, that bread bug is becoming more annoying right now. I actually want to defeat it. Take it back. Oh, yeah. Also, I love the little like sped up music for it to be, because I don't know. I don't think this has like a separate song you can use, but I know that it is pretty cool that it does that. Oh, there's a 5 pellet here I can just give to the other blues as well. There you go. Now we can actually get the bread bug out of here, and we can actually grab its treasure that it left behind. Okay, so 5 blues. Yep. Ooh, 5 reds and 5 blues. Ah, you piece of shits. All right, I'm just gonna open up this area here. There's also a fire over there for another part we can use. It's kind of funny that is there. I'm gonna give the bread bug to the reds, and we can do that. That's it. The commentary over here is gonna be a little shoddy because I'm trying to concentrate and actually try to see how much I can make. If I don't want to, I could just like say fuck it, we're gonna keep it at the impact site and just keep it like that. But I feel like you guys want to see another thing that's just not the impact site. So other than that, it's just simple. If you want to quit, you could just say quit challenge mode and just stop doing this and try to do another one. But I want to see how much I can make in this one. I'm gonna just do like probably like halfway or 2/3 of distance sprint to show you guys how it is and just end off the episode right there. It's just a bonus part because this is by the interest of the game. A 20 pellet. Do I even have 20 reds? I do. 40 in fact. Pikmin AI sometimes, bro. Imagine having AI like this, bro. Fine, take that. I'm gonna give the 20 pellets to the reds. There we go. All right, so let's see if we can go. No, I got 69. Nice. I don't think there's a Mamuta up here. It's just like an enemy. All right, so honestly, when we're just doing this, I get to talk about a couple more things that I just want to talk about. Honestly, Pikmin has just been a lot of fun to just sit down and record. I know that I've been saying it a lot, is that this is the second recording of the Pikmin LP in general, because how I did not like my commentary most of the time. The beginning parts were pretty decent. I had enough to say. Got quiet a couple times just to talk about like some of the stuff of the game. But other than that, it's just been kind of good in the beginning. But after I got to Distant Spring, most of my commentary became more sour. Most of the commentary became not annoying to deal with, but more in the sense that you get the point that I just started getting more irritated at the game. And I just sat there like in the editing booth, just, I really do not want to publish this. I'm just becoming more and more annoyed about this game's bullshit. So I just said, fuck it. I took 3 parts. Took the beginning of, I took my part 1 recording, and it said it pretty good. I took my day 9 recording, which was also pretty good. Other than like me complaining about the bomb rocks, I had pretty decent like commentary. Got cut quite a couple times, if anything. So I did a couple mumbling to myself because of how I act when I try to plan. And if anything, how I usually do it is that I just sat down, did it, was very like agitated, and just came like that. Also, I did the final days recording because I said it in yesterday's video. I did the entirety of Bull Blacks in 2 episodes, but I also did it as well in the same recording. I did it before the 10 happened. I killed Emperor Bull Black before 10 happened, but in the recording you saw, you actually saw me kill him when we were at, I think, 4. The countdown was already happening. So also, one other thing I want to do, I might just leave this to you guys, but I know this is like not gonna be like public for viewing. I'm gonna like leave it there for you guys to watch if you want. But do you guys even care about the original? If you guys want to see the original like playthrough of the game and all that, because if you guys are down to see the original recording, I could just edit them. Oops. I could just edit them to the point where all of them could just be uploaded, and I just have them like unlisted in a way, or just, yeah, unlisted, make them public, and then just have them in a separate thing, just to make them known to you guys that I just edited this, like a shadow drop in a way, so your inboxes don't get annoyed with notifications like, hey, I uploaded again, because I do not want that to happen. So yeah, if you guys are fine with that, I will just like edit them on my own pace. And once all of them are done and dusted, I'll just grab them, upload them unlisted, shadow drop them, and just have you guys watch them as a separate like playthrough. Like as a separate like playlist and playthrough, so you guys can just see how bad my commentary was. If you guys thought this recording was bad, please tell me as well, because any feedback is good feedback, and I know that honestly trying to concentrate in a game like this requires a lot of thought. Yeah, it requires like a lot of thought to sit down and just think, what can I do now and all that. Because I know like the biggest thing I changed from my my previous recording was that I didn't start with a game plan. I didn't say what we were gonna do. I usually just say we're doing this and this and this, but I didn't like explicitly go into detail on what we wanted to do, what was gonna be the plan for the fun time. I know also like stuff in general for Pikmin is that it's not that I'm not well versed in Pikmin, but just like how Pikmin is, it's very fun. And I know that in later episodes, I know we get to I get to show some other stuff, because in Pikmin 2 and 3 you're more in control and of your pace, and if anything you just have more freedom to do what you want to do. And in this recording in general, I couldn't have done like what I used to do for like Mario Party, Mario RPG, Luigi's Mansion, where I get to show you like all the stuff we collected and all that, because the game actually keeps track of it for us. But once the time limit is done, all the Pikmin onions just fly away, and we get to show a little tally of what we did and how much Pikmin we grew. We grew 181 Pikmin, beating my old record by 11. And we get to see like the little graph of how much Pikmin we grew. We grew more reds than blues than yellows. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna go and do the distant spring to show how that is. And then we're just gonna end off this entire episode. Yeah, this entire episode, and just this entire LP in general. This one's a very short LP, and it's more short because it did double day recordings, double day bullshit, because I just ended the day more prematurely to show more content in less episodes. But yeah, with that out of the way, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the entirety of the Pikmin LP as much as I just sat down to record it and re-record it for you guys, to give you guys my my plan and my thoughts for days. Bruh, I almost lost a Pikmin already. Nice. The Puffstool's here? Huh, so apparently they grabbed all the recordings from challenge mode then? I know we see a bunch of spotty bull bears or spotty bull borbs. So yeah, that's just gonna be a lot of fun to deal with. Holy shit, guys. Also, because of like, you can also like go into your onion to grab the Pikmin. You can exchange the Pikmin you want, so if you don't want a lot of yellows, you can just do that. And if anything, it's pretty good to do that. Keep that in mind, so like you can just not waste your time getting a bunch of Pikmin that you don't need, and just give it all to the Pikmin you want, because in Distant Spring you're gonna need a lot more blues for challenges and reds just for damage. Now, actually, while we're doing this, I know I went over it, but there are multiple ways you can end a day prematurely other than just ending it prematurely on your own. One of them is through Pikmin extinction. If you have less than 100 Pikmin and all less than 100 Pikmin die, I'm a muta, you go into something that's called Pikmin extinction. Basically, the day ends and you get one free Pikmin the next day, because of how it is like not programmed but shown. But like how it is just kind of sad that you could just like deal with the loss of Pikmin like that, and they'll just give you a new one next day. It is very sad though to see Pikmin extinction on the screen, and it goes down to your fault that, hey, maybe you shouldn't have done that. The other thing that can prematurely end a game or a day of exploration is through Olimar losing all of his health on the spacesuit. They say Olimar is down and the day just ends prematurely and he ends up back at base. It's not a game over, but you end up back in your base, and every progress you have done is not gone. Every ship part you collect is still with you. Every enemy that's been defeated stays defeated, but any Pikmin out in the field that is not in your reach die due to sunset, and other than that, they just don't become like that. Honestly, it is funny, but it also makes sense that if Olimar's down, the game ends. Another thing that can, I know like if you don't get all your Pikmin or all the ship parts, Olimar just dies. He crash lands, the Pikmin carry them back to one of the onions, and you saw that he turns into a Pikmin. It is weird. It really is weird. And honestly, I think one of the things, I don't know if it's in this game or a different game, is that okay, I don't know if it's in this game or another game, but they do make a reference to the bad ending of Pikmin 1 in a different game. I think it's Pikmin 3 that makes the reference to it. I think he wants, wow, the Wollywog is wanting Pikmin right now. What the fuck? Alright, there we go. So yeah, I know they make a reference to it in Pikmin 3. And honestly, it's kind of funny that they brought up the bad ending in this game, or the bad ending from this game into like a funny thing in Pikmin 3. I didn't think they were gonna reference that because it was kind of a one-off joke in a way. Damn, bro, you're not gonna go grab some Pikmin? You're gonna go back in the water? You fuck? Okay. I feel like I'm only gonna we're almost at time for the given time limit. All we wanted to do. Not even like halfway, but like you guys already understand the whole premise of this game mode. You just go collect Pikmin. You get to see enemies in other areas you're not supposed to. So the Mamuta, the Puffstool, Bulbors in general. You can see enemies in areas that they weren't supposed to be in. And it's kind of cool. It is kind of cool. Double Puffstool. Double Puffstool, huh? But yeah, like honestly, you get to see enemies in areas that you're not supposed to see them in. You know that. Are you gonna go in the water? Good. So yeah, honestly, in like a couple more minutes, I'm just gonna probably stop and just end off the entirety of the LP. There's nothing else you can do in this game other than just like sitting down, recording more of the stuff, because in Pikmin 2 and 3 they give you more stuff to do, but since it's the first game in the series and I'll re-release on the Wii, they didn't give you that much freedom to do anything. So as soon as we see all that go back, I'm just gonna end off the day so we can just end off the entirety of the AP. So let's go. I'll have one for each onion. That's actually kind of funny. $77. Okay, so Once that 10 pellet comes down, we're gonna end this off and finish off the entirety of the LP. God, I wish I had the thing in Pikmin 2. Honestly, you can. I know I have to sit down and see what I can do, but I feel like I can actually do that thing in Pikmin 2 to grab the item way earlier than it should be. But it'd be funny to see that. I need to sit down and think about that. Come on. Grab the remaining 10 and we get to just finish. So, with challenge mode shown and out of the way, that is all for Pikmin. So, we are completely done with Pikmin. Showed everything we can in the game. Showed the best ending for the games and all that. So, next time we meet up for a new LP, I'm probably gonna be policing more of my thoughts on games that I enjoy. Not to say I don't enjoy this game, but more policing myself in a game to get some research done way before I start recording. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the new one, because it's gonna be a longer LP from me, and I need to find time from breaks from my work to sit down and do it. So yeah, thank you all for joining me today, and hope you all have a wonderful day. Let's just end it off on the title screen. So talk to y'all then. So one other thing before we actually finish off the entirety of the LP, I actually did not know this until I started like recording for the other endings, but we finished the day on day 8 or day 19. Yeah, day 18, where you saw the Fourth of a bomb rocket explosion, and then we ended the day off on day 19. But if you actually do go back, there actually is more dialogue from like the day you leave up until day 30, which you saw in the previous episode, because that's the thing they gave for Olimar leaving with not enough shift parts. So I could just read these, and probably as well there should be more after this. You never know, because some of them are based off the enemies you fight, and some of them are just whatever randomly they give you. So let's just read these as well, so you have something else to keep an eye on. So it's gonna be a little long for you guys. 19 days since impact. I wonder if I shall ever be able to escape from this world. How much suffering must I endure before I can finally see my family back home again? Still, when my heart grows too heavy, I take comfort in my efforts. I will get home, or while I expire trying. 20 days since impact. The creatures of this planet breathe a deadly poisonous gas, oxygen. At present, my spacesuit can filter the oxygen out, but if my battery fails, my life support system should fail. I shudder to think about that. "21 days since impact. No matter how many of their compatriots fall in battle, the Pikmin fight on. Would this have been a peaceful planet had I never come? No. Surely the Pikmin lived like this before my arrival. They must have. In any case, I must not waver if I hope to return to my home. My task now is to do whatever I can to recover all of the dolphin's missing parts." 22 days since impact. I wonder if these Pikmin were waiting for me to arrive. No, not necessarily me, but an alien being like me who could fight alongside them. On this planet, they are a weak species, but maybe they can see that they can use the power of an alien brain to climb to the top of the natural order. Such ideas make me wonder if it isn't I who's being used by them. 23 days since impact. It has been 23 days since I crashed on this planet. My reflection in the mirror is looking a little gaunt, and to think my wife warned me not to gain too much weight on this vacation. The thought makes me chortle. She would surely be surprised to see me now. It feels as if it has been many years since I saw her last. 24 days since impact. This is a never surprising ecosystem. What has caused this planet's vegetation to grow to such gigantic proportions in comparison to the Pikmin and the other creatures on this planet? The scale of this planet's life here seems inexplicable. Perhaps long ago, creatures of incomprehensible size just walked the surface of the planet. Just imagine. 25 days since impact. Occasionally, when I look behind me, I make some very assuming discoveries. The Pikmin all seem to follow me in the same fashion, but there are always individual specimens that end up performing the wrong tasks. I suppose if there are agile, capable Pikmin, there must be also some clumsy, dim Pikmin as well. This is a natural way of things. 20 days since impact. My people were born out of the sea of the stars to come down to Hokotate, and when we complete our lives, we return to the great ocean of stars. But since these Pikmin come from the depths of the soil, surely to the soil they shall return. How very poetic. While it is all alien to me, the basic premise is universally beautiful. 27 days since impact. At times, these seemingly emotionless Pikmin act in a blind urgency. For instance, the Pikmin who tirelessly dig up grass. What could be driving them to do so? Is it merely the promise of a sweet taste of nectar? Or is it some base instinct that is beyond my capacity to understand? Will I ever know? 28 days since impact. At first glance, the Pikmin have such innocent faces, but this is misleading. They can actually be surprisingly whimsical. After leaving the group, they dig up plants on their own and frolic about, sometimes never returning to the onion. Whenever I find none following me, I begin to worry. I must pay careful mind to their movements. 29 days since impact. Tomorrow is the day my life support system fails. If I don't recover all parts, I have no choice but to try to blast off. Missing a few parts may not affect my attempts to return to Hokotate. But then again, it may. At any rate, I must try to recover the remaining parts tomorrow. Really cool difference is that if you don't do enough progress, like I think what was it, day 2? No, like 4, 3, stuff like that, where you like actually see new stuff. How even like stuff about learning about new fucking areas like the distant spring. I really want to know what the base ones for each day is. If there's another cut from here to another part, that'd be great to see what other day logs are here. So either we go to another cut or I'm ending the video off right here. After another cut and another recording of an ending as well, there's actually more base, or yeah, just like base text that is given if you don't do anything. So 14 onward. 14 days since impact. Gradually my repairs to the Dolphin continue. This ship is like a part of me. One could even say that it's tied to me in my very essence. Yes, it was a long, one might say epic journey, going from mere repairman to the captain of my own ship. But now I'm rambling. 15 days since impact. Looking from this planet into the skies above, I see the pale white moon floating overhead. It brings to mind memories of the moon back from home. I bet that even now my wife and children are sitting at home gazing up at our pale red moon. Hang on, dear ones. Your Olimar will return someday. 16 days since impact. When I'm surrounded by legions of Pikmin, I always picture the face of my boss, the head of the pilot union. He was always so sharp-tongued with his orders, but I imagine he must have felt much the way I do now. It's funny how a change of perspective can bring with a deeper understanding of others. 17 days since impact. I cannot help but hear a slow hissing sound in my head. It seems that the stress is causing the last of my hair to fall out. My wife always warned me not to let the little things bother me, to prepare for bigger things instead. Very well. I shall heed her sage words. This shall be the last time I count my precious stands. 1, 2. "18 days since impact. Tonight's dinner is instant space noodles once again. It feels as if I've never been eating it forever. And I never liked it much to begin with. Certainly, I did not want to drain my savings, but perhaps I should have not budgeted so tightly. How I long for my wife's home cooking. 19 days since impact. I cannot seem to sleep. At night, I am overcome with uneasiness. I am only one to have ever stood on this planet. The Pikmin follow my orders, but frankly I have no idea what they could be thinking. Ah yes, it brings the face of my children to mind. May I have courage." 20 days since impact. I've been preoccupied with my own problems, but I am certain that my worries pale beside my family's fears for my safety. I am always amazed at how much my children have changed when I return from a lengthy trip. Even with their father gone, the children grow. When I return, I shall load up my family and take them for a change. 21 days since impact. I had a horrific dream last night. I was home, my wife was cooking the Pikmin brand carrots I love so much, and I was eating them. Though I had eaten my fill, she kept bringing me more fresh carrots until my mouth was full. I awoke, gasping for breath. I'm certain it's because these Pikmin remind me of the carrots that I had dreamed. 22 days since impact. I'm always intrigued as to whether or not my vast numbers of Pikmin truly sleep in such a small onion. What sort of vessel is inside? Does it somehow transcend the laws of physics? Just once, I would like to have the chance to see for myself. 23 days since impact. My daughter, who was always so sweet in her youth, has become so precious lately. I can only imagine how many headaches she has caused my mother in my absence. With her parentage, I am certain she will grow into a beautiful woman. Still, as a father, a daughter's beauty is a seed that blooms, nothing to worry. 24 days have passed since I began my search with the Pikmin. They are an ever mysterious life form. They grow like plants do, but they are also mobile and active like an animal. Individually, they seem weak, but in truth, I am beginning to believe that they could be an exceptionally mighty species if properly organized. I certainly hope so. 25 days since impact. I have been stranded on this planet for some time, and I have grown used to my life here. At times, I even find it quite bearable. I know that as soon as I return, I'll be able to be subjugated to daily ridicule by my despicable boss. If only I could be a Pikmin. No, I must not think such thoughts. I have a family. I will not give up. Ever. 26 days since impact. At this point, I no longer care what happens. Surely not even a last-minute push can guarantee my success. Now that I think about it, my wife always said I give up too easily. What does she know, anyway? When did she become such a licensed psychiatrist? Now I'm upset. I guess I will just go to sleep early tonight. 27 days since impact. I suppose I've done well to get by without much motivation. I've made it this far without any hope. I must do all I can with what time I have remaining. Vigilance, Olimar. Vigilance. 28 days since impact. I don't have much to write. When I inspected the onion's legs, I saw that they were covered by tiny hairs. It was kind of disturbing. Day 29 is the same one from the previous cut, saying that the system fails tomorrow. I actually did not know that there were different entry logs and just base ones for when you don't do anything. Kind of cool. But with that, with just showing both the challenge mode and the 2 remaining ship logs that just show up, I think I've done everything else we can do. Other ship logs are just based on activity you've done, parts you've collected, and stuff like that. So I think the Piclopedia, the Pikmin wiki made by fans, probably has every single day log on their website. If it's in the description below, then yes, they have every single like ship log either dug up by code or someone actually went out of their way to do that. But yeah, this is all for Pikmin. You already heard my thoughts and the ending from the recording of challenge mode, so I have nothing else to say but to sign off.